Yeah, they're not the number one team in the country for nothing. Just the pace that they play at, the physicality, unbelievable environment. Like we pulled up, people were wrapped around trying to get in almost 2 hours before the game. Like that just, even though I know they weren't here to see my team, it's just inspirational to see what Dawn Staley and this women's basketball program has done for the women's game in general. So to be able to come in here and play in front of all these screaming fans, whether or not they were screaming for us or not, this is what it's all about. I played back in the 90s, and, the crowds weren't like this. So to see where women's basketball has come, and I know it will continue to grow, and Dawn Staley, has had a lot to do with this. Those women out there on the floor has had a lot to do with this. So, just privileged to play in a game like this. Obviously the outcome was nowhere near, what I had wanted it to be. I wanted my team to compete a little bit more than what they did. That was what we've talked about the last 2 days, is just competing, diving on the floor for loose balls, winning the 50-50 balls. And I thought, later in the second half we did that, but from the jump we didn't. But my belief is you learn a lesson from any situation. You find positive out of any situation, and I think our kids really saw today the pace that they need to play at in order to be able to compete, in order for us to be able to compete to win another American championship.
Coach, it seemed like your post defense was really doing a good job, especially on Chloe Kitts early. Was that the game plan, the point of focus to try to get her out of her comfort zone?
Yeah, she's been playing really well. A double-double, I think, 19 and 12 or something like that. So she was a focal point. We want to be physical. We got some kids out there that's played in the SEC, so they should understand the physicality. But we also emphasize that they're really good at getting their own missed shots, and I thought we did not do a good job of that. It's by human nature, it's easy. The first thing you want to do when somebody takes a shot is just turn and look at the basket. Well, with those kids, when they shoot, you got to box them out, and we didn't do that. I thought our transition D was very, very bad. They didn't really even have to run any offense, and that was something else that we emphasized, is that we needed to sprint back and do a really good job in transition D. But once again, that's the pace. That's the place that, we've got to, that's got to be our goal, to try to, play at the pace that they played at tonight.
You played this team up at your place last season. Did you notice anything really materially different just from South Carolina, or is this about what you saw last year?
I thought we defended a little bit better last year, but also that was a kind of a new team last year. I don't think people thought that, after them losing everything they lost the year before, that, they would win another national championship. So I think at that point they were probably still trying to get to know each other. Now that group has played a year with each other and their chemistry is much better. They probably understand their roles a lot better. So, they're on a mission. They have a goal. Their goal is to win another national championship, and that's the way they're playing.
Kim, early on, the turnovers at the start of the game, was that all South Carolina, or was it your players maybe rushing a little too much or not executing the way you want?
It was 50-50. Part them, they pressure you, they get up in you, they get in the passing lanes, they got big bodies all over the floor. But a lot of it was just self-imposed turnovers, just throwing the ball out of bounds, playing too fast, nervous. Some of these kids have never played in front of this type of crowd before, but 2 years ago when we won the championship and we went down and played at Texas, it was a very similar type of crowd, and we had not had any experience in playing in that type of crowd. So every year, we're going to schedule a big team like this to get us prepared, because our goal is to win an American championship every year and to get into the, we've been to the championship game 2 years in a row now. So, when we win it and we go and have to play in a hostile environment like this, is not the first time we've seen it.
Any other questions? Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, guys.